And I am on the webcam now. How bad
Oh wait, what?
is it working? Sorry, I apologize.
I don't see it.
Wait, you don't see it?
It shows that you're okay. It shows that you're not. Tell me when you're doing it.
Oh, I already did.
Okay.
Alright.
So it's about 5 seconds. 5 to 6 seconds.
I am okay with that. That's fine.
So that's gonna be a little weird. I'm gonna.
Okay. So I'm going to get started.
So you might hear me in the background.
I don't have anybody watching right now, so I'm gonna wait till.
Okay, I'm watching.
It's telling me I have 0 watching. Can you type something in the chat so I can?
There you go.
Okay, well maybe the 0 watching thing is completely not right. I will refresh the page.
Yeah, it says 0 watching. String measurement. I think we've got enough string measurements. I don't know.
It still says 0 watching. Oh, okay.
I'm watching.
Whatever. Okay, so good evening to currently John right now, but people will may be watching this video in the future. Welcome to my channel. I'm creating an arrangement of Jump Up Superstar from Super Mario Odyssey, and I'm really excited about it.
I don't know if this is actually.
Hopefully I can. Hopefully I can make this in the future. I'm gonna try to do a multi-track. Oh, hi Jackson. Sorry. It was telling me that there's 0 people watching, so yeah, hi Jackson. Jackson, I'm sorry. I like you. I'm sorry. You're my friend. I apologize. Anyway, I wanted to stream this as kind of a documentation process, you know. I know. Oh, hey. Hey Liz. I know basically nobody's gonna be watching. I mean, I've got 3 people right now, but there are gonna be times when there isn't gonna be anybody. But it's a cool, you know, documentation process anyway, and I'll be able to look back on it and see how I do things, because I forget all the time. I'm starting completely from scratch. This is my first time doing anything like this, so expect more things to go wrong than to go right. I mean, that's part of the fun of it, you know. We'll see how it goes. And John, you can probably hear in the background, is streaming at the same time. I linked his channel in the description of this, so check it out. It's really cool. Oh, thanks. I got it at like a white elephant thing at a family Christmas. Somebody brought it and they didn't want it, so I got it. It's kind of cool. Yeah. John helped me set this stream up, so huge thanks to John. And also, be sure to check out Braden's channel. I also linked it because he's also doing streaming, and he's really funny and does game stuff. So just a plug for my friends. Yeah, I plan to make this interactive, so if you guys have any questions, I want to talk to you. That's why I set the latency to ultra low, so there won't be any delay. Well, there's 5 seconds delay, but whatever. I don't know when the actual performance for this will come out, but hopefully like in a couple months. I have like some really pressing auditions coming up, you know, but this is something I want to conquer at some point. But until then, this will serve as kind of a behind the scenes for that, so you can see my progress and how it's coming along. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully you will be too. So I guess without further ado, let's get started. I will pull up my computer screen, and then we can, yeah, and see what we can do from there. Alright, so this is Note Flight. This is what I'm using for, this is what I'm using for my music right now because I don't have anything else. I know John's using Finale because he gets his big boy discount for going to college.
Everything else can be messy.
But I figured before we start
Maybe except
actually composing, I should
B5.
do a quick little analysis of this, so I could
That'll work.
see what I'm getting myself into and find out what problems this poses. I think it's gonna be really fun, but I've never really done jazz before, and this is like hardcore jazz. So yeah. Let me know if you can hear it, but you should be able to hopefully.
Here we go.
That's gonna be weird.
Okay, so that's one heck of an intro. One thing that's going to be really limiting is there's like these trumpet screamy notes in it that I'd really like to be able to do, but can't because I'm playing French horn, so the range is going to be an octave lower. But I'll do my best to imitate, the style and tone of that.
Off the rails, don't you know it's time to raise our sails?
Gonna have some nice ground
It's
bass.
freedom like you never
Gotta get my low
knew.
horn up. Gotta practice low horn a lot because I'm not great with that. But this will be good for improving that. Pauline's voice range is perfect for the horn, I think. I mean, it goes a little high, but nothing higher than the horn can handle. So I think that'll be great for this. Oh, the drum beat. Okay, so that's the main thing I've been worrying about, Jackson.
And I would always do controls.
I'm not really gonna have percussion. It's just gonna be a horn ensemble. So my main struggle with this, here I'll have the music playing in the background. My main struggle with this is going to be finding a way to get that rhythmic pulse, like having it kind of like pseudo percussion without there actually being any percussion. So what I'm gonna have to do is designate some of the horn parts for like rhythmic chords so that pulse can be established.
I know this could be better.
I don't know how it's going to work out, but I did do, if you look way back on my channel, the We Need a Little Christmas cover from like a couple years ago, I can't remember, but I had like downbeats and offbeats, and I felt like that did a pretty good job of setting down that rhythm. Yeah, I'm probably going to do kind of the same thing, but it's going to be a lot harder for this because this is a much more complex song. Chorus. Alright, this is where it starts getting kind of high, and my break is going to be way too low. About those like power steel trumpet things that I have to but I mean there are challenges, and I guess that's part of the fun of this is figuring that out. Ooh, it's gonna be really hard to make that low horn. There's a lot of difficulty in this, but I think it'll be good if I can pull it off.
Spin the wheel.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to like cut this off or something, because especially since it's my first attempt at something like this, this big of an endeavor, I don't think I should do the whole 4-minute song, especially since it gets like really complex and there's a whole key change at the end, a modulation. So what I will probably do is play one verse and then with the drums. My problem with that is Jackson, I don't really know how to like write for percussion, and there's like a very specific drum thing in this. I don't know. If I find that it's like really not working well, then I'll consider percussion because it may be necessary.
Every journey starts a new romance. A new world's calling out to you. Take a turn off the path. Find a new addition to the cast. You know that any captain
Yeah, so the second verse is basically the first verse, but with more of those like trumpet standards,
Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah.
So I might end up doing a cover of the second verse, which is basically sounds cool with the build up of the first verse.
Jump up 'cause you know that I'll be there.
Well,
And if you find you're short on choice, don't forget that you're still a boy.
Oh, the Mario sounds. Okay, so I can't really do the jump sound because I don't know. I don't really have a method of doing that. Yeah, I can't really use a jump sound. I mean, John has a soprano trombone, which might be able to do something close to that. Yep, I'm talking about your soprano. I really don't. I don't think that would work well. Yes, there's the key change. Well, but the problem is oh man. Anyway, the problem is that the sound effect is like way more than what a trombone can handle.
You can't do an octave slide on the trombone.
So yeah, I don't think I could do the jump sound effect, you know. But the coin thing is really easily doable on a piano. I don't know if I want to have a little like funny short video snippet of me pressing the two keys on the piano to make the coin sound. But that's a possibility.
Hold on.
Also, I have been made aware by my girlfriend that this is currently very popular on TikTok, and I just want to make that clear that I passionately hate that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I guess I'll do the piano thing then. Yeah, that's all I have to say on that. But I guess I'll get TikTok traffic on my video, so that's something. Okay, so we gave that a good listen. All right. Now here comes the hard part. Wait, Jackson, what do you mean by the loud blast? Do you mean like the trumpet chord things? Like when the trumpets scream for those like short little jabs? I'm gonna do that on horn, but it's gonna have to be like an octave lower, because horn can't play as high as trumpet. But my hope is that I can kind of simulate that style, you know, do the same thing. But yeah, I mean, this whole thing is an experiment. I mean, I guess that's what it's all about. But this could work. It could completely fail. I don't know. Why isn't this working? Okay, treble clef. Honestly, the hardest part of using note flight isn't composing. You'd think composing would be hard, but what did I just do? The hardest part of note flight is figuring out how to use note flight, because the layout is not good at all. Okay,
So this slide from
the next short while is going to be me struggling to figure out how to use note flight. Okay, cool, we got that. Instruments. So I don't want piano because I'm not going to be playing piano. But I have to add an instrument before I delete the instruments, so now I have to manually add in all 8 horns because I'm going to start with 8.
Okay, that really works pretty well.
Cool. So I guess while I do this, so I don't bore you guys to death, is there anything that you guys would like me to talk about? I mean, like, there's school coming up, there's the future of the channel or my marching band or whatever. I'm the drum major of that, so I could talk about that, or
Oh, I don't know why that did that.
I don't know. I could talk about
Did
anything.
not mean for that to happen, but now I have an A flat here. Can I move around? There we go. That's better. There we go. Let's see how this sounds.
Talk about music things so I can be smart around music friends. All right, Jackson. What music things can I talk about? I would make a fool of myself if I tried to talk about classical music, because I feel like I know a decently good bit about that, but also there's stuff that I would mess up with terminology that would make serious, like super serious musicians. I mean, I'm trying to be one, but I struggle. That would make people like classical music snobs like hate me. They'd be like, ah, that's completely wrong. You messed up the pronunciation of his name or whatever.
Yeah, I think that'll be nice.
But
This needs to be up and off.
I will say I've been listening to Stravinsky lately because people say he's like the best composer of the 20th century, and I mean they're not wrong. And at least not in my opinion. Stravinsky is absolutely amazing. He had so many different styles throughout his lifetime. Man, I sound like I have no idea what I'm talking about, and I probably don't. But I don't know. Of course, we're playing the Firebird Suite in our marching band, which is a composition by him. And I mean, it's brilliant in its own way. It's really easy to understand, I'd say. And I don't know, it's just like kind of a roller coaster from start to finish. And then also the Rite of Spring is super weird, but like I don't want to use weird to define it. It would be weird by like the standards of what people normally consider classical music to be. But it's like it's revolutionary, and a riot actually broke out after it. Like when it came out because people hated it, but it was super cool. I think it's at least partially atonal. Yeah, riots are cool. I like riots. Wait, I probably shouldn't say that. I would recommend giving Rite of Spring a listen because, I mean, it'll kind of change the way you think about classical music, because you're like, wow, this isn't the stuff that's supposed to put me to sleep or whatever, and you're right, because classical music isn't supposed to put you to sleep, but people kind of convolute it to be that way. Whatever, that's none of my business. Page view. Strip view. No, that's terrible. Flow view. Good, that's what I want.
And that's the two notes I wanted to put there. Finally, I get the right notes.
Wait, wrong. Classical equals jazz. No. Not. Have to think about that. People like to say jazz is an excuse to play wrong notes. And I mean, jazz emphasizes wrong notes, but they're deliberate wrong notes. So that's the difference, I'd say. Jazz is a completely different style. Hold on, I had to move my computer.
Actually, why don't I go ahead and mark that as a slow?
Hydration.
Because these two need to be.
Yeah, jazz is different, but whatever.
This is.
What classifies a wrong note? You know, now we're getting into a philosophical discussion.
I guess I could.
Yeah, Liz is right. Just read Liz's comment, because that explains it. All right. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bam. I should set the. Well, this is really zoomed out, but I can't do anything about that. I should set the speed to like half time so I can listen to it slowly. What's the difference between being out of tune and a wrong note? a very wise man named Roy King.
Who's Roy King?
Who is Roy King? That's a really good
We
question.
don't speak of that name.
Once said that any note that's out of tune might as well just be a wrong note. And I mean, I guess he's right.
Actually, I have a better idea.
Wow, I need to change everything about this.
Let's see. Put in the
Probably about
60
100.
instead of an extra.
No,
I think I'll make everything better. I'm probably-
Jackson, he's not in jail.
Actually, that just makes things awkward.
I should put this in cut time. That would make it a lot better. Whatever.
I think my best bet is just to delete this note. Let's see how that sounds.
Hey John, how do you do a pickup measure in Note Flight? I'm sorry, I'm asking.
Alright, so wait. Alright, I got 3 people watching, which is probably an inaccurate number, but that's pretty cool.
I'm sorry, I'm really boring. I've got 5 people watching and I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how to use a software that I should have figured out by now. I'm sorry.
I'm taking a little break to post in Michael's chat. You guys don't worry about it. Oh yeah, if you're not in Michael's chat, you should
John's talking about me on his live stream.
spam in Michael's chat. I mean, go to Michael's chat.
Okay.
Michael, spam my
Wow,
chat.
this is overwhelming. I've got like 4 people watching and I'm freaking out over like
See, that's what I said. It's like I know everybody that's watching, but I still feel
Yeah.
like this weird stress. Like I'm supposed to.
because I
do
realize
something
like
more.
I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing, but the
I've been
people
streaming for
who are
almost,
watching me
like,
are
an
like
hour
totally
and
doing
40
that.
minutes, and that's kind of weird to think about.
This is like way harder than I thought it would be.
This
No.
part just sounds weird though, and I can't figure out why. Oh, this could be it. That's probably it. Right here.
Wait, John, how do you do that? How do you
What?
change the? How do you make a pickup measure in Note Flight?
You have to change the time signature.
Right.
And then when you change the time signature, there's a little option, like a little bubble to click for pickup.
Okay, where's the time signature? I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, hold on a second. Michael's asking me a lot of questions. I'll be right back.
I can't do this.
What's up, buddy? What you got?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so go to time signature. It's the 3/4 right there. See how it's a 3/4?
Oh, that is a time signature.
Yeah. So
Okay.
how many beats do you want in this first measure? It's gonna be yeah.
1.
1. So just do 1, 2.
Right, and then pick up.
pick up.
Got it.
And
Awesome.
then it'll set it to default visibility.
Oh, hey, Brayden. Cool.
Braden's here. Hey, Braden, you should check out my stream. I'm streaming. Actually, well, it's on the away screen right now.
Yeah.
But I am streaming as soon as I stop helping Michael.
But see, he does mean the treble clef. He's just.
What? Cut time, treble clef? I don't know. Okay, I wasn't
Wait,
paying attention.
Jackson, do you mean the treble clef?
I wasn't paying attention. Treble cliff. Okay, we're gonna have a fight on Discord after this is over because you're not using music terminology correctly, and it makes me mad. Okay, bye.
Cool. Okay, thanks, John. So now I actually have to figure out what I'm doing, and this is really overwhelming.
Okay, we're back. I did not mean to put a staccato on this note.
It's
But more
worky.
importantly, Jackson
I like
and are
that.
gonna fight on Discord later.
Wait, John,
What?
Brayden said you should have answered his question.
What question? Braden, post your question in my chat and I'll answer it for you. I didn't see a question from Braden.
Wow, I'm 30 minutes in, and I have done nothing. Well, not quite 30 minutes. I guess it's closer to 25.
I don't know what's going on here. This is really weird.
Jackson, it's okay. Don't feel embarrassed. But we only know these music things because we've been in band for like what? I guess for me it's 5 years now. But
I can't figure out what's going on.
if
This
you
is
want
weird.
to, if you want me to help you out with like music theory and stuff, I'm always open. Um, Sporky is a lifestyle. I feel that. Um, yeah, if you want me to help you out, that's totally fine.
Maybe if I switch these.
John, I have another question.
What?
How do you do triplets? Like, what's the keyboard shortcut?
Press 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah, it works all the way up to 7.
Oh, really?
That's the one place that I like Noteflight better because all the keyboard shortcuts are really easy to use. If I have the black screen and it's not recording a Chrome window, okay, for Chrome, here, I can actually show you. Why don't I pull this up? Welcome to today's episode of John Helps Braden Stream. So this is your Chrome.
Oh, that's so hard to tell what notes are what. I lean closer to the computer even though I'm wearing headphones. Why? I don't know.
Okay, so here, you're going to go to your.
I'm gonna have to turn this to quarter time to tell what is going on.
I really hope my IP address isn't showing.
I can't tell if it's a B flat or a B natural.
And then once you're
We're gonna go with B
you
natural.
scroll all the way down to system, and then you turn off hardware.
Oh, it's in
acceleration,
concert pitch.
right? Michael, you turn off hardware acceleration, right? For
Yes.
OBS.
Yeah, you turn off hardware
So this
acceleration
little
if you're
slider,
streaming.
You're gonna turn this off, and then you're gonna have to relaunch Chrome because it doesn't apply.
I don't
to
want
the
concert
launch.
pitch.
But once you do that,
Concert
try it
pitch is
again, tell me if it
useless.
works, 'cause it's
Actually,
very
that's a lie.
short.
It's not useless, but
That's
ooh, it's echoing.
oh, it's not Chrome. Crap! I probably should have looked at that before I went on that whole thing. It's not Chrome. It's a
Oh, no.
separate program. It's I don't know. Maybe there's hardware acceleration. Does your computer have 2 different graphics processors? Because you might.
Oh, that's cool. How are you
I know I have
watching
this problem with my
both of
GPU.
us? Do you
You
have
might
it like
wanna go into
2
your,
different
control panel.
phones
You
or
have
whatever?
Different graphics.
Also, Liz, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna have to
Uh,
put this on 2 horn
Make
parts.
Sure that your OBS is running on
I think I've got the upper
default,
thing.
or make
and
sure your
then
OBS is running on the same graphics card as whenever you
I will
stream
put
stream,
the lower
because otherwise it
thing
can't
on
actually see
horn 8 just because I can.
language.
I don't really have a reason for that other than horn 8 is traditionally the lowest, so
Desktop, it's this one.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
so just
that'll
make sure
hold
that,
true in this case because I
the
also don't know
graphics
what I'm
card is the
doing.
same.
But
I don't know. Other than that, I'm not sure because it was working with Minecraft. I don't know why it would work with Minecraft, but not with,
John's over there talking
like,
about
a random
Minecraft.
program that you're running. It's kind of strange.
Just kidding. Minecraft is
Let's see
awesome.
if I can get this to work now.
Maybe once I get better at this, I'll start talking more.
Same. I don't know if you heard Michael, but that exact thought. This part's weird. I'm just gonna leave it alone because I've messed with it enough. Let's see how this sounds so far.
Good
I
night.
think it might be okay. You're bringing Bartholomew tomorrow? For what? Is it Coconut Day? No, it's Sports Day.
I wanted to hear it from the beginning and it just played that single note. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Okay.
Can you guys even hear that?
Um,
It's kind of quiet in my headphones, but can you hear it on the stream? If it's quiet, I can see what I can do about increasing the audio.
what? I was paying attention. I was paying attention to chat. I didn't know if there was a reason you're bringing Bartholomew. if you
Also,
pictures of him. I don't know. I'll
But
bring it Thursday if you want to bring Bartholomew Thursday as well.
Is
I wanna see
it-
Bartholomew again.
Well, it's fast because I set the speed on the video itself to like quarter time so I could hear what notes were going on. But this is the actual speed that it's at. Yeah. But is it loud enough? Like, can you hear it okay? Or do you have to like turn up volume so you can hear it?
Let's see.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, that helps a lot. Cause I don't know what this actually sounds like to you guys. Wow, that sounds demonic. I'm gonna turn it to halftime instead of quarter time.
Oh yeah, I missed these 3 little messages.
Oh, these chords are gonna be really hard to
Um,
differentiate from each other.
on my desk. I will send them back with Michael on Tuesday if that happens, and you will find him in a random trumpet locker, and that will be the end of it. Please don't send me Bartholomew.
Here.
I would like to see him. I would not like to be the owner of Bartholomew.
Whenever something's really overwhelmingly difficult, like it is right now for me, it's always the best to start with, the easiest part. So what I'm gonna do is fill in the top voice and then the bottom voice, because I guess that's the most intuitive way to do it. Oh, I need to set on swung eighths.
This needs to be in quarter notes. Yeah, you can't have Jump Up Superstar without swung eighths. That's a really important part of the song.
Okay, so it's gonna be a dotted quarter note. Ah, rhythms are always fun to figure out, you know. If I could get this intro done tonight, I know that's not gonna happen, but that would be super cool. This is a really long process.
This isn't exact, but it's close enough for right now. And that's as much as I feel like putting into this.
You know what? So real quick, I'm going to take like a super quick 30-second break to like check my notifications, because I posted this on Instagram and I want to see if what? Oh, were you talking to me? Oh, sorry. I want to see if people like responded on Snapchat or had questions or anything, because I want to be a good host, I guess. So give me like 20-30 seconds.
But I
Okay, cool. Basically, people commented saying that it's a cool idea or whatever. So yeah, thanks. I guess we can get back to it now. Let's see. Why is that note upside down, Jackson? So in technical terms of notation, any note that's on the third line or above on the staff is going to have its stem facing downward, and any note below that is going to have its stem facing upward. And when you tie notes together, or like not tie, when you beam notes together, like you see right here. Ooh, it's not capturing my cursor, is it? Huh, that's unfortunate. I will change that for next time. But anyway, whenever you beam notes, there's a whole bunch of complicated rules that go into like which way the beam's gonna face. But yeah, I hope that explains that. Why is that note going down and then up squiggly? The up squiggly is an eighth note, and that's why it has the squiggly. I hope I'm interpreting that right. Okay, so that sounds good, except I've got to get swung eights on.
Oh, I'm getting so many notifications.
Help.
Why do I have 25 notifications? Weird. I will check Instagram after I'm done. Bartholomew is... Okay, Brayden says number 2. Curly wig for the win. Curly wig Bartholomew is the best Bartholomew.
Hey John, I'm really sorry. How do you swing eights on here?
It's under tempo.
Tempo. Got it.
Yeah.
Why would it be
Make
under
sure-
tempo?
Make sure you're at the very beginning of the song, because otherwise it'll swing it starting at where your cursor
Ooh,
is.
ooh, okay. Wow, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah. It will show up. No, don't. Okay. No Bartholomew, please. Okay.
What? That didn't do anything.
What did you set it to?
50%, I think.
33 is what you want. 33 is an actual proper standard
Okay.
thing.
Oh, it undid it, the measure afterward, because it hates me. So I have to do this weird thing.
Oh, just delete the tempo marking for the next measure.
Oh, will that fix it?
Yeah.
Thanks. John knows all the tips.
I've used Notepad for way too long.
Yes, thank you, John. That helps. Okay. It's kind of slow. It might be. I don't know. I can change the tempo as needed in the future, though.
Oh, okay, this will sound cool. Nope, don't need a natural sine wave. And I will
Dun,
see if we can
dun,
drop this
dun.
down.
Okay, so we got that. I think I got that rhythm.
Tenor revolution that goes through E instead of a G. Let's see how this sounds. It's probably okay. I don't know. I'm probably just rambling.
Also, I feel like people are going to be watching this. You know, if I end up becoming like a professional musician or something, people are going to come back and watch this like a few years in the future and be like, wow, he didn't know anything. And then I'm going to have like a scandalous past or something because I didn't know anything about terminology. Because I'm making up terminology as I go, basically. I'm like looking for stuff to call things, you know? John, is there a keyboard shortcut for adding a rest?
For rest, I don't think so. I think you just have to use the brackets to manipulate the rest you already have.
Got it. Oh, well that's easier anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, that's gotta be really confusing. Okay, so for some reason I have it set to stream to where you can't see my cursor. And I'm sorry about that. Dun, dun. I guess I should technically not dot this.
I need to make this a.
Um,
This part is kind of rough and it's a little weird because I'm not exactly sure how everything's gonna work. Hold on a second.
oh, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry. Would anybody who's watching be willing to tell me?
So I got C, E.
Why does the note have a dot next to it? That increases its length by half of its original value. So now instead of having 1 beat, it has 1.5 beats.
It's got pimple.
No, it's not. What are you talking about?
You got your nose got a pimple on it.
Oh, my nose. Wait,
Okay.
wait. Are you talking about like this?
No, I was trying to make a joke, but it didn't turn out.
Oh, the note, not the nose. Okay, I have this weird thing on my nose that looks like a pimple, but it's not. It's like a birthmark or something. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have talked about that because that's kind of nasty. But I thought you brought it up,
Alright,
so.
I'm back from saving myself from embarrassment, which I didn't do properly.
Yeah, you're right, because I captured it. Why does reducing add half? Wait.
if I do that, it'll sound cool.
Jackson, I'm sorry, I don't know what you
But
mean.
that's just a random, like, out of the blue guess.
Liz, I'm sorry you had to listen to that.
No.
Alright, that's good. I think that's right, isn't it? What does the dot do again? Okay, so if there's a dot to the side of the note, it increases its value by half of its original value. But if there's a dot like either directly above or directly above the note, I just said above twice. I'm sorry. If there's a directly above or directly below, then that's the staccato and it makes it separated. I don't want to use short because that's not always true, but it makes it like separated and detached. Lots of dots do lots of different things in music. It's confusing. It's cool.
I don't even need to copy and paste this, and it's really easy. Oh, never mind.
I'm surprised I have an audience at all. Thank you guys so much for actually watching this, because I have like 3 people right now, and I've had up to like 8 at times, and that's just crazy to me because I didn't think people would actually want to watch this. But yeah,
So,
thanks.
can you take a picture of it and send it to me? If it ends up being something.
I'm getting a whole bunch of notifications all at once.
Please let me see it.
Why?
I wanna
Why
see
is it
how
doing
ridiculous,
this?
charming it is, 'cause I feel like it's just gonna keep getting worse.
No.
Sport day. Oh, you're right. He's gonna be wearing his UF outfit, and he's gonna have the hair. Oh no, it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be like everything that I don't want to be as a UF student.
It's the website that. Oh no.
What's happening, Michael?
Okay, so I used a website to convert a video to an MP3, which is what I'm using as my background music for like the filler slides. And apparently I accidentally let it send me notifications, and it's just slapping you with notifications one after the other nonstop.
You can block him probably.
So I've got to figure out how to.
I don't know if you heard that, but Michael's having a bad time.
I'm having a very bad time.
Notifications are not fun. Let's see how this sounds.
Jackson, you're not dumb. It's fine.
I'm gonna turn these all back down to.
I like answering questions because I can't actually do what I set out to do. So this is
I want
the next best thing.
But I want the trombone parts to stay mezzo piano, because the way they are right now.
Okay, so
very nice kind of
I guess this probably isn't entertaining. So give me like a minute while I disable the notifications for this one website.
Is Brayden watching?
Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Um, Hopefully I got that figured out. It was just like a virus website that I regret using. Um,
In this part,
what's
I'm
the
going
difference
to,
between tempo and rhythm? Tempo is the speed that
because these are important notes.
that music moves in, and rhythm is I don't know. Rhythm is like the series of note lengths that make music unique.
For
So
this
like
song,
a
we
certain
have
rhythm
some
would be
good
like
sounds
like
with it.
like the note lengths that I have in this in like what I'm making right now. This isn't tempo. It's like a unique set of note lengths, if that makes sense. I wish I could explain it better,
Went too
but
far back. Whoops.
okay, so I should actually start doing this. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Okay, so this bass part is gonna be pretty easy to do, I think.
This part's going to be a little bit quiet on my part just because I'm concentrating on putting these notes in. I think most of everybody's gone anyway, so I don't know if I'm going to be streaming too much longer. I'm probably not, but if you guys want to go ahead and leave, this part's not going to be too interesting. I just want to have it documented. I keep talking a little bit, but okay. Well, too late, Mom. I didn't mean it like that, but like a little bit of it popped up on the screen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay, because no one's gonna see this video anyway. It's fine.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I think I've got this figured out now.
Oh,
So the really tricky part of this
I'm gonna do a keyboard shortcut.
is going to be I can't focus on two things at once. Man, I'm not good at this. The real tricky part of this is going to be listening to those inner voices and figuring out what notes they're playing. Because it's super easy to listen to the melody and listen to the bass line because they're the highest and lowest and they're kind of obvious. But when you get to the inner parts, it gets really complicated because there are lots of like nuances between different chords, and there are some notes that you can't quite tell if they're actually being played or not because there are so many other notes going on. So that's going to be the really hard part of this entire thing. And so this is probably going to end up taking a really long time to get done. Can you play Thomas the Train on French horn by any chance? I could,
Figure out if
but I don't want to go through the trouble of making a multi-track cover of it unless it's for April Fool's Day. I mean, that's a possibility, I guess. Okay.
hold on a second. I can fix this. Don't worry about it. I'm talking to myself.
Here we-
Whether you like it or not, but it seems like that's not a problem.
Bum, bum, bum. Here, I can. Okay, cool hack tricks time. That didn't make any sense. If I want to copy this rhythm, what I can do
Maybe these two need to go back to piano because
is you know, copy the actual notes from the horn 1 part, and then change the pitches of the notes while leaving the rhythm the same.
That's a good one. I like that contrast. What?
You know what?
That's a really nice contrast.
I should put this in bass clef. That would be a lot easier than having to read 5 ledger lines. So I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna copy this again.
Isn't there a
And then
clef
paste it here.
thing?
And then copy. No. This is 2 measures.
Bass clef.
This is again.
Cool.
paste here.
And French horn actually goes in bass clef a lot when it's playing low. I don't know. Those of you non-horn player friends, which is probably everybody watching, unless somebody I don't know about is watching. What does clef mean? It's actually clef with only one F. I'm not trying to like scold you for your spelling or anything, because I know it's I if you've only heard the word, it's impossible to know that. But it's the clef is basically your sense of relation for like where the notes are on the staff. So the treble clef is what all of the horn parts are in except the last one. Jackson, it's fine, I promise.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on a second.
The very bottom one is a bass clef. If I had the cursor actually streaming, I would totally like circle it around the bass clef right now, but I can't do that, so I will remember to do that for next time. Yeah. But the bass clef will have different notes on it than the treble clef. And the reason I use the bass clef is so that the notes will be on the staff instead of outside of it. It just makes everything easier to read. So yeah, that's why.
Why did they not copy? I think this measure here.
So let's listen to this real quick thing that I whipped up with the top and bottom voices. Okay, so it sounds good. I think that's right. Except I heard
and then these four.
yeah, this is supposed to be natural. Natural. Yeah. I think that's right though. Cool. We've got the easy part done.
Yeah, okay, so I need to copy this again.
Wow, this is gonna.
And this needs to be a natural fashion.
Okay, so I've got to think about how I approach this now. The dilemma comes in because I don't know what horn parts I want to use for chords and what I want to use for like trumpet stinger notes,
The next part,
and you know what I want to use for
working on getting
all
this
the
side
different
really sharp.
aspects of it.
I don't want
So,
control.
I really need to have that strong quarter note pulse, and if I keep it the way it is, all it's gonna be is a half note pulse, because only half notes are gonna be playing.
And then I'm gonna copy this again. because
Maybe I
it's
could have
slightly more,
offbeats, but like not make it like. I feel like if I put offbeats in it, then
of the original melody,
it's gonna sound
and then we'll see how this part
kind of
sounds.
like immature or like not how I want it to. It's gonna sound stupid, is what I'm trying to say.
Like, it gets drowned out if I don't start here. I don't know why.
Ooh, we have a savior, and it is that saxophone that's wailing that high E.
I'm not really being that entertaining
concert
right now,
E,
so,
but-
I don't know.
Okay,
maybe later.
So-
I was really energetic.
that is going to give us our
I was really energetic.
our pulse that we're
and
looking
not
for.
realizing how tiring it is to actually just live stream. But hopefully this is at least somewhat interesting. That's fair. I mean, I don't either, so that's why I'm streaming.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It doesn't really take a lot out of it as much as you just kind of like get really bogged down in everything. Because I've got like both monitors here, and I have to keep looking back and forth. Where's Braden? Can you
Also-
send Braden over to my stream?
Yeah. Braden, are you watching?
Gray, you should come watch my stream.
John wants you to watch his stream if you are watching
I'm
by
getting
chance.
closer to being done. I'm getting closer to the interesting part. Charlie sent me a video. Let's see.
So the way it sounds on No Flight isn't how it's going to sound at all, like when I actually play it, because I can do different styles of sounds and not have it all sound like the same instrument, even though I will be playing the same instrument, if you know what I mean. I can make it sound like different things.
This needs to be
And also the sound fonts on here are terrible, and they make everything
Let's see
sound
how this
bad.
sounds. If these 4 measures sound good, then I'm going to go back.
Ooh, Jackson, you're right.
Quarter notes and also different
Mm.
notes, because this F here is.
Oh, there's so many things going on at the same time.
Not what I wanted. And also, I could move this up. Hold on a second. I keep saying that a lot, but
I
don't
hear
really
the
know
piano
what it means in this
playing
context.
this one
It's not
thing.
doing anything that I could stop.
You know what? That's a good point. I'll try that, Jackson. Thank you.
Oh, wait, never mind. I don't need to do that. Because this is. And then that way it leads semi-naturally into this D right here.
See, Liz, I don't
I
know.
cannot save
It's
in forever.
the piano's not playing the same rhythm as the sax. I don't think. It's like an electric piano. I don't even know what it is. It may not even be a piano at all.
We're gonna listen to the midsection.
I can only hear like 2 notes of it at a time before it gets drowned out by everything else.
Oh wait, never mind. We're gonna listen to it with
So-
the microphone.
You know what? We're not gonna focus on that right now.
Actually,
What we
before I
can
go
do
on, I do think I turned the microphone up a little bit too loud.
is focus on the sax right now, because that's what this one part will play, and then we can trust that everything else will fall into place over time, because that's how this works.
But it
That's
doesn't
not how this
actually
works.
make anything better. It just makes everything a little bit more confusing to listen to.
Yeah, it is playing one note over and over again. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, that's a weird rhythm. Da, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Okay. I think I've got a good mental grasp of that.
I've lost a little bit of progress in training. Oh. Yeah. Sucks when that happens. Sorry. I guess that's a good reminder to go ahead and
Dun,
save everything
dun,
as
dun,
often as I
dun.
can.
Okay.
So I usually just get into the mood and I just don't think about it. And I always end up going like an hour. Like I think I went like 40 minutes without even saving.
Ooh, I've got a save.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
No fly auto saves for you.
Oh, does it really?
I mean, you still have to save every once in a while, but it'll save like every 10
Bum,
minutes.
bum, bum, bum.
But that's just kind of scary to think about. It's travel an entire distance without saving. I don't know what to do here because I think I could just.
I think
copy
that
it.
rhythm is right.
What I'm going
um,
to start by doing is copying the original bits of the
Okay, so I thought it was a sax playing that, but I think it was just like a super funky guitar that sounds a lot like a sax. No, it's a guitar and a sax playing at the same time if I had to guess. That's a very unique sound. Yes, somebody said guitar. Ooh, that's a real spicy eighth note run that I probably can't do because it goes all over the place. It's not a run, but... Oh, you hear that?
Here we go.
I don't know if you guys hear that.
Bass line on the bottom, and then some other stuff. This, actually, real quick, why don't we listen to the rest of this song? Because you can hear how.
Oh, that's so overwhelming. Wow.
Here we go. Off the rail.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Okay, I think I've got... Okay, so... This is gonna be very difficult to play on the horn, but my hope is that since it's just kind of a, you know, just a run, that people won't look too much into the actual notes that I'm playing. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I figured out what notes it's playing. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum.
So how are you guys doing tonight? It's 11. It's almost midnight. It's almost Laura's birthday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
How's everyone doing? Even though there's only 2 people watching, and one of them might be me.
I know the other one's not me though, so that means you've got somebody legitimately watching, John.
All right, Braden's here. How was your night? Have you been able to figure out how to get OBS to work?
You know what? This music stuff that I'm talking about is probably not all that interesting compared to some stuff that I could be talking about.
That's what I realized too, Michael. I was like, no one cares about the theory. It's like I'm just saying like Discord leads into that, but no one knows what I'm talking about.
So,
It's kind of rambling also.
yeah, you're right. So, how are you guys doing? Like, with life and stuff? That's a very
Actually
vague question to
totally
ask.
good. This is crazy. Okay. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back, but like I'm gonna open finale again.
That's good, Jackson.
That should be
Are you ready for
open. It's
all the school that's about to be thrown our way?
Here we
And this is the part where I'm adding in piccolo trumpet.
Yeah, I'm excited for this year. Maybe, yeah. You could be right. I think it's gonna be a really good year.
What?
Here we go.
What am I doing? Dun, 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 dun. Hmm.
Here we go. Off the rails. Don't you know it's time to. Here we go.
Oh, da 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 da. Okay.
Not to like brag about myself, but
So I was partially right about
what I'm doing
this.
is making it to where the piccolo
Okay.
part is like a revamped version of the melody that we saw earlier. This
Cool.
needs to be a
Awesome.
7? not the 6.
Let's see how this sounds. This is gonna be a real fun thing to play.
Okay, crack. Okay.
Slur.
I need to.
I'm gonna slur all of this. There's a lot of slurs and stuff that I need to add in,
Delete this thing.
but I'm not doing that yet because that takes a lot. You know, that's like all the really detailed stuff that comes later. But I feel like this is really important to distinguish that it. No, slur, not slurp.
Slurp.
Okay. Yes. All right. That's good. That's good. Ah, I did it. Okay. Cool. That's what actually goes on in that.
I think that works pretty well.
Awesome.
Let's see. What else can I put in?
What interesting sound? What instrument can I texture next? Thanks for the dubs, Jackson. You're the greatest. You know what? There's a second trumpet playing that I've been completely overlooking this whole time. Because I like to overlook trumpets. That's what I do. John didn't hear me. Okay. Okay. He said he heard me. He said he said. Oh. Okay, so I can't tell when the trumpet actually comes in. You know what? I think it's there from the very beginning, and I'm just really not hearing it.
Never mind. We're gonna scratch this motive
Whatever.
because this motive.
Good night, Liz. Thanks for tuning in.
This is gonna go away.
Thank you for sticking around for this, because I know, especially it's been boring at times, but I've been figuring things out, I think, and hopefully I can improve this in the future. You know, I think once I have more experience with this, it'll go a lot more smoothly, and I'll have things to talk about, and I'll be able to multitask better, all the good stuff. But yeah, thanks for, I guess, going through this experiment with me, and yeah.
Let's see how this works.
I'm probably gonna stop pretty soon because I've got band camp tomorrow, and I need to wake up early. Even though it doesn't start till the afternoon, I should get stuff done before I go to band camp. But I guess I should start wrapping it up pretty soon. Anyway, you're right, Jackson. Okay, this is really simple. It's just a third below the trumpet one the entire time, basically.
And then this. I think this could work.
No, Jackson, no. Oh, okay.
Just tell me up tempo is one of them.
Jackson, don't.
Oh, wait, it's already here.
Band camp is actually pretty fun. Well, I mean, it's stressful for me because I have to really come out of my shell.
That's the problem I was having earlier. Yeah, it's
I'm
about-
very
doesn't
introverted,
work
and I'm thrown into this drum major position where I'm doing all these crazy Jackson stuff, or where I'm doing these like crazy leadership things that I never thought I'd be able to do, and I always struggle with being too quiet. But I mean, it's a change. I think there are a lot of changes this year. Everything's changing. Nothing's the same. I think that just goes for a lot of stuff within our lives. Wow, I got really philosophical. I get really philosophical without actually saying anything. It's crazy how that happens. Anyway, drum major has been really fun. I think my favorite part of it is honestly the conducting because I still freak out over the leadership stuff. But yeah, come see us at football games, please. Because I think we're gonna be a really good band this year, and our show's gonna be great. I'm so excited for the show. I'm so glad Wisdom picked the Firebird. Anyway, I'll get back to this now. Okay. So I think there's another trumpet that comes in here.
Yeah, it does.
Thanks, Jackson. You're right. Even though I am 5'9", I am the tallest drum major, and that never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, you gotta have short representation, short people representation. If 5'9" is your tallest drum major, that's good.
No.
This is just evolving into me sitting here being tired.
Okay, so why do they call them drum major if there is no drum? You know what? I've been wondering that for a very long time. Normally I have answers to your questions, Jackson, but I just legitimately don't know. I'm sorry.
I don't want triplet whole note. How would a triplet whole note even
If I had to guess, I would say it's because
and I want a trill on that because I like trills.
I mean, it probably has something to do with historical meaning, you know? And why do they call them major if most of them are minors? I don't know how to answer that one either, but for entirely different reasons. Anyway, let's hear how this is going so far. No. Start at the beginning. Under 18 baby. Hey, you're also an under 18 baby, so don't give me any of that. Ooh, that's not good.
I think I'm gonna keep it like this with these triplets here, but I'm gonna alter it back real quick because I want to see if it actually does something.
Ooh, that's not good.
What is going on with this? No whole notes.
Why did I think that was a natural? What am I doing? I think that's pretty good. I think it's getting there.
Let's see. I can already tell it's gonna be bad. I don't know. You know what? That slight bit of dissonance.
Okay, so I've got to figure out what to do with these other two horn parts because I think the eight horn parts is a good way to go. under 18 squad now, where we go terrorize everybody who is 18 or older.
I think that works really nicely because instead of having like an actual separate line, the piccolo trumpet is just restating motives from earlier in the song.
Okay, so I have a crazy idea. Are you ready for this? I don't know if I want to do it for some voices or all of it, but since, you know, if you hear at the end, the drums are going like bam, 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 like da, 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 while the brass is holding out long tones. Obviously, I can't do that because I don't have drums. But what I could do is have some or all of the voices.
From Michael's stream and he says you suck. Jackson says that you said that I suck.
I didn't say that. Jackson,
Michael's calling you a liar, Jackson.
Jackson, you're a liar.
Let's see.
Anyway,
This is hard to read.
for either some or all of the voices, I could put them in an eighth note rhythm. So I would be tonguing like da 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 da. But I don't know if I want to do that for some of it or all of it. But if I did it for some of it, I don't know if it would sound really awkward. But I mean, I guess I can experiment, and nothing's an absolute, and I can always change things around even when I'm actually recording it. So why don't we try that? But I've got to get some other things out of the way first.
So let's see. I need.
Ooh, I hear something. This is good material. This is good right here. Ba-da-ba-ba. I don't know if I should end up having even
so close to being done.
more
I'm
than
gonna finish this tonight. Jackson, you are gonna witness me finishing.
like the entire thing.
Yeah.
Wow, you're
Um,
way faster at this than I am.
well, I was able to copy and paste the first part of the chorus into the second part, so it saved me like a whole hour basically. Also, Jump Up Superstar is a much more complicated song
I guess you're right, but
because
Yeah.
you gotta listen. Yeah.
sometimes being the quickest isn't the best. Slow and steady wins the race. You're absolutely right, Jackson.
No, this is no. This isn't gonna work. These are really weird. Hold on.
Okay, so I whipped something up here, and I want to give this a listen and see if. Oh no, gotta undo that. It's way past your bedtime, mister. You will lose your OSU privileges. I don't know. I don't know if I'd mind that, honestly. See, the thing with OSU is that it's a. I mean, it's a really fun game, but it will suck up
Let's see.
your entire existence if you don't moderate the amount of time you play it, because it gets all competitive, and you want to keep getting better and better and like increase your accuracy. That's how it is with all rhythm games, I guess, but OSU is especially because it's so easy to do. You could just like hunch over in front of your computer, and just keep going at it. But I'm probably gonna end up taking a break from that game just for a little while. Now, you totally didn't ask for me to talk about that. Sorry. Back to
Let's
this.
see. I am not that interesting to listen to.
I feel that, John. I feel that so heavily.
See, because at the beginning of the stream, I was sitting here, I was like, hey, everyone's talking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you guys and have fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I'm just like, quarter note goes here,
Well, if we raise our voices a little bit, we can talk to each other while we're doing this.
8th note goes here, 16th note goes there.
Okay, so I have whipped up something for these first few measures. I think I'm almost done with this intro, actually.
I got a third viewer. Are you listening to my mom?
No.
I got a third viewer.
Okay. So,
Maybe this will sound weird. I don't know. Let's see how this sounds.
I've got to figure out this last part. If I can actually get this, I think I'll have achieved my goal of
I think it's weird.
of finishing the intro by the end of the stream.
Listen again.
I had no idea that I could get this done so quickly once I got into it, you know?
Yeah. So this.
Wow. Cool. Awesome. Jackson says, can you ask John what note this is in asterisk Bing's desk?
Jackson, I will murder you over Discord next time you look that jump again. It is not fun.
Wow, okay. I've got to listen to chords now. I'm gonna try a 7th in here, but I don't know how good that will sound.
C sharp. Look at that, it's a C sharp. This is the best commentary I can come up with. Wow, guys, look, it's a C sharp.
Like a clickbait video. Epic find C sharp in my own backyard.
Oh my gosh,
What?
there's a C sharp in my music. This is crazy. I never watched.
Let's see how this
Sharp
sounds.
video.
I like that. I think that could work. So the chords that it goes from is D flat major to A flat major. Wait, dun dun dun. No, it's E flat major
Super
to A
interesting.
flat major
Texting
to D
people,
flat
don't worry about
major.
it.
What?
No.
Okay. I think it does. What are you?
Yes.
You think it does what? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what I was saying.
And now I'm closing out of everything because I'm going to bed soon. But before I go to bed, we're going to finish this up. And the cool thing about the ending is that I can have all the parts get really soft.
Yeah. I think it's a circle of fifths
CP.
progression, which is
That
bum
stands for
bum bum.
pianissimo.
That's always like the classic, like most suspense kind of thing. I don't know. I'm
It's
not
gonna be
making
very
this easy to
slow
understand. I'm
dynamic.
sorry.
We're just kind of starts like that.
I don't even know if I understand myself as I'm speaking.
And this is where piccolo trumpet dies.
Okay, let's see how this sounds now. Do not like that at all. So we are going to just change this to.
Let's see how this sounds.
Yeah.
Oh, pianissimo was way too quiet. I need piano.
Bum, bum,
And
bum.
pronounce
I like
it
that.
to make people mad because I know that no one likes it when it's pronounced that way. But did you know that that's the actual correct way to pronounce piano? It's actually supposed to be pronounced piano.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard that on whoever
I learned
the
that
other
because
person on the stream is,
Our
but
alt county director, who actually has a YouTube channel, kept pronouncing it like that. People made fun of her for it behind her back, but it turns out she was right. And so now they're the dumb ones. Very interesting series of double clicks right here.
you should make the highest trumpet sound go on for a bit longer than the rest. Did that happen in the actual thing? I can't tell if it did.
What?
Oh, I'm talking to Jackson, sorry.
He'll be
Let's see.
Oh, you're right. It goes on for just a tiny bit longer though, so I don't think I can actually notate that. I just need to remember to do that when I'm actually performing. But thank you for pointing that out, because that could make all the difference, you know. I'm using my conventional AP music theory knowledge and making the bass very disjunct, the melody whatever it wants to be, and then all the inner voices just as static as possible, because we're making chords.
I don't know if this is actually what I want to do.
Bum, bum. Okay. I have a working.
This might be a little weird.
You're right, Jackson, and
haven't said anything in like 2
I
minutes.
applaud and
I
thank
was
you
thinking of
sincerely
shooting
for that.
this.
I don't know how you've managed to listen to me for almost an hour and a half now, but that's amazing. Thank you so much for that. You know, you probably are my biggest fan, and that's awesome. Yeah, thanks so much. Alright, so we should give this a listen and then see what John thinks about it, because I think I've got the intro just about done. Wow, something's very off. Oh, I know what it is. That's supposed to be natural, and it's sharp.
Oh, this is weird. Never mind. I know why it's weird. Michael and I was in because I accidentally put a quarter note where I should have put a half note, and then
What's
it
going
ended up
on?
shifting everything by a quarter note, and that's not what I wanted.
It kind of blends together a lot in the middle. Yeah, it does that because of the way note flight is, I think. Just with the sound fonts.
Oh, this will be much better. This. That'll be a lot better balance.
Can't you play both this and the music at the same time? Ooh, that would be very difficult to do, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think I could, because I'd have to like start this and I'd have to start 2 tabs at the same time, and I don't really have a way to do that, I don't think. That would be cool though if I could do that.
part needs to have a C sharp.
Okay, so I think I've done a pretty good. I don't know how high quality this is, like what I've put together, or if it's actually going to sound good when it's played, and that might be really disappointing if it doesn't sound good. But I won't think about that because there's no good that comes from thinking about stuff like that.
This is gonna be
You're right. It is a lot of notes. I've come a long way since I started an hour and a half ago. So you'll notice there's no dynamic markings or anything or any accents, and there's a lot that needs to be added in this. But I need to go to bed very shortly, so I don't die tomorrow.
Let's see what it sounds.
Jackson. So I think I'm gonna be done with this the way it is. And I guess, John, if you wouldn't mind, could you listen to
Sure.
to
That's
this?
actually perfect timing because I just finished my last measure of this song.
Awesome. We can share our progress with each other.
All right. Actually, that's a good idea. So at this point of the stream, are you done? You gonna stop that?
Oh yeah, I'm done with what I'm doing. I already explained what I've accomplished and what I hope to do. So.
All
yeah.
right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to.
I don't know if you can hear John, but.
I'm going to go over to Michael's stream. I'm gonna put my stream on hold, go to Michael's stream, and I'll be right back. We're gonna listen to his on his stream, and I'll give commentary, then he can come over to mine, and we can do the same thing here. And I think we're both gonna wrap up for the night and see you some other time. So yeah, be right back.
All right.
Hello again. I am on a different stream now.
Oh, you need to take an earbud.
I take your bud.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's brotherhood. Yep, you're right. That's for brothers.
I need to put a border around my thing because it looks kind of bad the way it is.
Make sure it's centered though, because mine's not, and it doesn't look great.
This is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be 8 parts, but the horn 1 part's gonna be strictly the singing melody. I think it's gonna be really cool because it's in the perfect range for it, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna really be able to sing with it. Anyway, I've only done these 9 measures, but.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
I like the chord, especially the modulations here.
Yeah.
That works pretty well. Are
Is
you able to play that? My only concern is that
it?
it's.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice that a lot, but I think that'll be okay.
Okay.
What do you think? Is there anything that you would change or do differently?
I think it's fine the way it is. My only concern is that it sounds a little muddy through the headphones.
Yeah.
Nothing with your music, but it's a little hard to tell right now just because of the headphones.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of these being $5 Dollar General earbuds and the sound font for the horn being the muddiest thing that's ever existed.
Yeah, what you could do is
Make it trombone.
make it trombone.
I might do that for next time.
Yeah, like in between this stream and the next stream, go ahead and switch over the sound files because trombone is a lot better sounding.
Yeah, you're right. So I will do that.
How's No Flight working for you other than that?
I think it's been pretty good, actually.
Has it been slow?
No. Well, not with this computer anyway, because this
Okay.
computer can handle it. So yeah, this has been pretty
Alright.
good. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for John that John did for me, I guess, if that's okay.
Yeah. So I'll go back over to my stream, and I guess you can sign off and then come over to mine.
Yeah, I'm hopping over to John's stream,
Bye.
and his channel is in the description of this live stream. So if you want to go over and check his, I will be over there for like a couple minutes.
I am back. Michael's
Yeah,
stuff
I
sounds
will
very
be right back,
slow.
and then I'll.
9 measures of a horn
Hold on,
chord,
he's talking.
which is pretty cool.
I will be right back, and then I'll wrap up, explain what I want to do with this in the future, and then that'll be it for this.
We're gonna go back to the beginning.
But yeah, I will be right back. See you in a couple minutes. right. So, I don't know if you guys went over to
fades out
John's channel or
gradually.
not, but he's got something really good in store. So be sure to subscribe to his, so you can see when he
So,
records
yeah,
that and
I
puts it on his channel. I
could
think you'll
maybe
really
do
like
kind
it.
of like
It's
a
from
like a
Steven
closed
Universe,
thing there where I get louder and
but
then
it's a good
softer
song
again.
regardless of whether or not
But
you watch it.
I will add that manually, like while I'm actually performing. It's not something I think is.
I'm
worth
gonna
adding to
let
the-
John
to the
wrap
score.
up with what he's
Just
talking
because
about, so I don't
It
talk over
wouldn't-
him
Like for now,
in
it wouldn't
his
actually play
stream because he's
properly.
wrapping up. But I guess I can play this one more time.
That is it. But I think.
Oh yeah,
that's
this is
what's
gonna be
gonna
really hard to play.
I think it's what's gonna make it good.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah. That is everything. I'm clapping for myself.
Yay, John!
Yay! I'm such an idiot. I'm sitting here going, "Yay, John!" And I'm right here.
Okay. Teach me music
Um,
theory, please. Okay. Cool. I will.
So that is all I'm
I'll
gonna
do that.
because I have basically completed this. Any other changes I make are gonna be.
You know
really
what,
minor
Jackson? Next time we meet up, we'll
and
talk about it.
Not worth putting in here in this stream, I think.
Cool.
I'm almost at 3 hours, which is
John
kind
is-
of insane to think about.
John is wrapping up. I am.
Um,
I guess I'm done here too.
Yeah.
So
Everything sounds pretty good. I am going to sign off here. I'm going to let this play one last time, uninterrupted, and I'm going to take my face cam off for that just so you can see the actual scrolling. And then after that,
Hold on, I'm
is
just
gonna
waiting
be
for-
the end of it. So good night, and I guess to Lauren and Charlie and whoever else saw this, good luck in band camp. Good luck in everything you're doing, Jackson.
Yep.
We're gonna.
I don't know
find
if you
out
guys can
Discord
hear this,
after
but yes.
And everyone else that's not involved in either of those things, have a great night and a great rest of the summer. Alright, that is all. Goodbye.
Awesome. So with the legendary performance by John Dixon, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, he's done streaming. It's really cool. Be sure to check out his channel again to see what he has in store. Yeah, so I am done here too. This was really fun to do, and I've been going for an hour and 42 minutes now, which is kind of crazy to think about. Thanks so much to everybody who watched, especially for Jackson for sticking through to the end. Literally, you watched the entire thing, and I don't know how you have that much patience, but I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. I got up to like 8 people watching actually, which is pretty cool. I didn't think I'd get any audience at all for like most of this. I thought it would just be me documenting myself making this to look at in the future, but people were watching the whole time. So thank you so much for that. This went a lot better than I thought it would actually. Yeah, so I appreciate all you guys sticking with me through this experiment. I think it went really well, and I'm excited to do more of these in the future and see where I can go with this cover. So to all of you watching, have a good rest of your summer. I know school's starting in like a week for a lot of us, but yeah, have a good night, have a good late night, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much. All right, bye.
Bye.